Welcome to the Wintermester course for December of 2025 into early January 2026. On the screen you'll see the home page. Welcome to Humanities 1301. I am the instructor, James Reed. It lists office hours, but technically during the break time I will not be in my office on the Athens campus, and so this phone number also will not work, but you can contact me by this email address. And I will also try to make sure that I'm accessible at least for 1 hour a day, Monday through Thursday. I have 2 to 3 in the afternoon listed. It might be earlier. I will probably be checking the email earlier than just 2 to 3, but I'll make sure I have this time set aside in case you need to contact me. You'll see the setup is on this side with the announcements and modules. And so you want to make sure that you're clicking in on going through the modules. The course is set up to expose you to, as it says here, landmarks in the journey of the human imagination. It's chronologically set up somewhat in your textbook, and I'll show you that in a moment. Your textbook is Culture and Values, the 10th edition, by Lois Fichtner Rathis. Excuse me. The book is included as part of inclusive access, so paying for the course, you have the textbook immediately for use. If you opt out of inclusive access, which is always a possibility, then you will still need to get the textbook, though, and you can do so through Cengage or other sites online. I think Amazon probably sells access to it. But anyway, this is something for you to look at. What you need to do is make sure you go through the Start Here module first, make sure you do the Start Here quiz, and then also, of course, you must do the Student Success Agreement. So you need to make sure that gets handled. So when you click on the modules, you'll see that they're all set up. The Student Success Agreement is at the top. It's very simple. You just click on that. I'll show you the preview of it. It takes a couple more clicks. You simply go down here and click this little button and submit it. And that way we can officially give you credit for having attended the course. It says if you do not complete this agreement, you will be considered as not attending and you will be dropped. So please make sure you get this taken care of as quickly as possible. It has the 17th, so you have only a couple of days to get that taken care of. This explains to you about inclusive access and shows you the library of the course. You do not get to access the textbook through this one, though. I'll show you the book here in just a moment. This is because MindTap is included with the book from Cengage. The Vital Source library will not load the book, and so you don't get you don't click on that one. Rather, to access the textbook, I have how to access the course material, and so you do get to purchase it. Same situation. How do you access it? You go to the Textbook and Materials module, where we are now, and you click on Cengage MindTap. You may be asked to log in the first time you click to create an account with Cengage. If you are asked that, and if they ask for other information, you may need to contact their support. And I have the links here. This one is supposed to be the link, but when you click on this, or at least it was earlier today, it says it's down. So that doesn't help me. So I put this other one up here as well. This one takes you to a page where they walk you through a number of steps. There is actually a phone number that if you click here, I'll show you what this looks like. When you select student, and you have different supports here, it'll show you helpful resources and details here, and it just walks you through the same steps that you were just at, but shows you some of this, and you click on MindTap. It shows you how to use it, and there's your phone number. Okay, that's what I was trying to get you to. In case the Cengage, this is a phone number where you can contact and get information and help. So it may take a couple extra steps. This is supposed to take you straight to the Cengage support, which has a place to contact them either through a chat, through a message, or with a phone number, but it currently says that part is down, so you have to go this longer route here. So when you look at the modules, this is important. Clicking on MindTap, and this will get you into the textbook. So you just click here. Again, this may be the part where they ask you to create an account. You just simply create one with Cengage. But on that, here is the textbook. Let me move this around a little bit. There we go. This is how it's set up. That's why it says chronologically set up. You'll see the listing of the years. Here's your reading. This is all you're expected to do. They have some additional resources that are added to this one. These are not grades for us, but they're just there. It's just part of the MindTap. To get the flashcards and a couple other details, MindTap is included. This takes you to the reading. And it just shows you the pages, shows you the images. This is what you get to read and go through, and then you click on the bottom part here where it says before writing, and that'll take you to the next page. And then the next page, you'll see some of it doesn't have much reading on it. So there's quite a number of pages here. Some of it has a little bit more on it. You have to scroll down to see it. This is some of the more interesting aspects of cave paintings in Europe. This is the one from Spain. You'll see the horse head here. You have some in France, and I have some details about that one. They just have a number of different areas that they've been finding and using and looking at as to say about the development of humanity. And so you have a number of these. Here's, again, rock art. This is one from Indonesia. They have found some in South America recently, in the Amazon. This is from one of the caves in France. Probably the Le Caux cave. So you have some details here. So again, this is a textbook. So you go to the Cengage MindTap. Let me refresh this so you can see it. You click on that, and it opens up the textbook. And again, it does it chapter by chapter. You'll see that, there you go. And so you just simply go through the different chapters here and click on those. You can also look at literary works in case you want to read some of these. They have books and journals and articles. This is very useful when you're getting ready to work on your major essay. They have some details here. It's a Gale collection. You simply click on it. You do a topic finder. If I type in Medici, let me get this. There we go. Trying to get this to stretch out just a little bit. You'll see the Medici, you search it, and they will start looking for it. And they'll tell you some details here about the Medici. And so if you click on Medici women, for instance, it'll tell you some details about them, some of the aspects here. You can look at this one. It takes you to the article about her. This is just something you can look at for your major essay. So it's really useful. So anyway, back to the MindTap. So when you look at your modules, again, that's how you access your textbook. Now, under the Start Here module, I'm going to close these down right now. Under the Start Here module, it's simply a welcome. Some of this information is repeated several times because we're told put the information here, put the information at this other place, put the information in another place. So it's the same information, a little bit redundant, but it just tells you a little bit about what humanities involves. This is from the Ohio Humanities Council that was done many years ago, and this is what you're expected to cover. We're going to talk about archaeology, a little bit about the cave paintings I was talking. We'll be looking at comparative religion, its influence on the development of culture, ethics, history, languages. We'll talk about literature, jurisprudence, philosophy. We'll look at a number of just other areas. That's just basically what the course covers. I will have this video posted here. This says for the fall. I'll be updating this to the Wintermester. Again, same information that you've seen previously. And again, it's just same situation. There's just some online course tips that the school provides. Syllabus highlight, you can click on this and it'll open up the syllabus for you. So you can see all the details about the course, and again, about the expectations for it, the requirements for it. You will have 5 quizzes, a major essay, and 3 major exams. You are expected to spend 10 to 12 hours a week. We only have 4 weeks, as you'll see here, and it's rolling out 4 weeks. I'm sorry about that. And here's the rest of the policy here, what to look at, the details about the drop policy, and other details there. So that's the syllabus for us. And again, the textbook issue we've already talked about. Here's your schedule again. I have it posted for you. Testing. Again, if you miss a test, you better contact me immediately for some reason. Otherwise, there's not going to be any makeup work. You have major tests to cover. Again, the breakdown is changed a little bit from the syllabus. When the syllabus was posted, we altered it a little bit. So it's now 65% for each exam, 15% for the essay, 20% for your reading quiz. Again, more details, just going through how to study. When you get ready to submit your essay, if you've never used Turnitin before, these are instructions here that tell you how to go about doing it. But I also, and I'm going to show you this very quickly now, as it jumps down here, I also have for you a video down at the essay. Let's close that. And this is a video from the University of Kentucky. The professor who works with their Library Resource Center did this a few years ago, and in about 6 minutes he walks you through how to submit an assignment to Turnitin from Canvas. And he also, toward the end of the video, shows how to replace an assignment at Turnitin through Canvas. In case you submit the wrong one, or you realize you left something out, or whatever, you can go in and replace it. He shows you how to do that one as well. So back up here to the Start Here module. Direction for locating feedback. I do read every essay. I do mark every essay, and I put feedback on every essay. This shows you how to locate that feedback. In case you have questions, what can you expect? Well, as the Ohio Council put it, these are all things we're going to cover. I do expect you to stay current, stay up with the textbook, and meet the assignment. You generally will have 2 or 3 assignments per week. If you'll note, again, you have 5 reading quizzes, an exam, and 3 exams and 1 essay. So there's only a total of 9 different activities, but that goes along with the reading, which there are 2 volumes to read. So you have 2 to 3 assignments per week that you have to do. If you are having that on campus, they gave us this a few years ago, and it's just a very useful little card that in case you're doing something, you need some information, shows you how to find that information, where to go. For instance, if you need to request a transcript, well, here you go. Here's the number and where to locate it. So it's just a very useful little detail. Again, we're not going to do any discussion questions. We just do not have enough time with only the 3.5, 4 weeks that we have. Here's the Start Here quiz that you do need to do. It's not a grade. It just gets you familiar with using the Canvas quiz structure. So that's the Start Here module. You'll see under each of the chapters, I always give you an overview. There is a chapter 0 called the Arts. Here's the Lakota cave paintings, as I was mentioning earlier. This is a picture that's from the textbook about Jericho. And just sort of tells you in general what to look for, what to expect. Here's the PowerPoint that's included. Takes a little while for this to load sometimes. Sometimes it's easier just to download it. It'll load faster. This one loaded all right this time. And again, all this does is really just take each of the pictures, the images that are in the chapter, and walks you through that. If you'll notice, I was showing you chapter 1 earlier. these were the images that were on that part. And so again, there's the pig from Indonesia, the Lakoke painting, and so again, that's all the flashcards really do. It just tells you a little detail. You do have a reading assignment. You go to the Cengage again, textbook materials, click on it, and what you're expected to read. I'll go back to the Start Here module and let you look again at the course schedule. You'll see for week 1, you have chapter 0 and chapter 1 to read, chapter 2, chapter 3, chapter 4, and chapter 5. So you have 5 chapters to read for this first week, because at the end of the week you do have an exam over chapters 1 through 5. As it notes for you, the exams are going to be multiple choice for 80%. You'll have 40 questions, 2 points each. And then you have open-ended questions, which will expect detailed comments. I will show you what one of those looks like now. Let me just skip down to that exam. Under the exam tabs. And as it says, covers 1 through 5, 40 multiple choice, 2 points each, and then 4 short answer paragraph style responses. For the short response question, which as it says should be about paragraph, understand they need to be complete with full details and explanation. It means you go into the text, you can open up your textbook before you start the exam and open up each of the chapters. I don't mind you using the textbook, but I do need you to have full details to answer the questions. Your answers are to be phrased in complete sentences. The responses should be longer than the questions if you're going to have adequate detail. You also need to correct any errors in form and spelling. I'm also an English teacher, and I do grade your responses accordingly. So please make sure you do that. And if by some chance you miss the test, you need to contact me immediately and let me know. So please let me know. So that's how the exams are set up. So when you go through the module for chapter 1, then unit 2 is chapters 2 and 3. There's an overview. It just tells you some of the key details that you'll run into. Some of these are images from the book. Some of these are images I've posted from other sources. You'll see also that I have additional material. Under chapter 1, I have some additional material about the cave paintings in France. Amazon rainforest, I mentioned that one earlier. The oldest footprints in North America, in case you want to follow up on some of those. With this one, I have details about Mesopotamia. And this is clicking into it. Now, when you click on this, you're going to be asked to log into the library. It's the same login you used to get into Canvas, and your email, and then here's a video. And again, this is a 30-minute video. It has the details over here. You can read along with it. But again, this is supplemental. It's not required, but the textbook can only cover so much. So I try to give you some additional material. For instance, about ancient Egypt. Have some details here. This is a really good video called Deities and Demons, where it walks you through and discusses the religious aspects of ancient Egypt. I also have some articles here, as well as another video to watch there. And again, this one is a very interesting article that just came up not that long ago, a couple of years ago, I guess now, almost 3, where it talks about the discovered Book of the Dead, which is the skull that was buried with individuals so that when they woke up after having died, they followed the instructions in the Book of the Dead to know what to do next. And so, again, this was one that was found in a complete sense. So it's a really interesting story to look at. But again, it's supplemental. It's not required. So each of the chapters has something like that, an overview. This is an image of Zeus, although it could be Poseidon. Probably at one time there would have been either a trident or a thunderbolt of some sort here in this hand that was probably made out of probably a material such as wood with the shaft. It was a trident, and so it deteriorated. But this is a bronze statue that is in the National Archaeological Museum in Athens. About 7.5 years ago, we took a trip there, and were able to see this. This is the Acropolis. Again, a picture that I took when we were there visiting it. Here's a map of Greece and what it looked like in Crete. And so again, just some background for you is what I always try to provide with the overview. Some additional details that maybe the chapter doesn't cover. You'll have again some additional details listed here, trying to give you some aspects for that one. And so again, each of the units will have that. Unit 5, for instance, again the overview. Just some good details here about the different aspects to look at and to think about. And then when you go to the next part, it's the PowerPoint. And then just a discussion example. This is not for you. This is when we had to set up the courses a few years ago, we had to include example of what our videos would be like. And so this one is actually not published for you because it's just an example, as it says here, and you won't see that when you log in. You'll see your reading quiz here. When you click on this, it opens up the quiz. I can do a preview for you, but again, all this is work that needs to get taken care of as quickly as possible. And again, some background and details here. So each of the chapters are set up in this way. You just walk your way through it. One of the most useful tabs is this one right here. It's the syllabus. In case you don't know or have not used this one before, it has details about the course. For instance, it shows you the breakdown of the grades. It links to the syllabus. Again, you just click on it and there's the syllabus. It also shows you all the daily assignments, all the assignments, not just the daily assignments, all the assignments, when they are due, what day they're due, when they are due, and as they are closed, they go into a different shade, a different color. And so you can click on it, you'll see all the dates. This is the most useful tab you can get. I mean, it really is. It works really well. To walk you through everything, you simply click on it. I did try to put your second major exam and reading quiz after Christmas. They're open before Christmas. They'll open up fairly early. In fact, if you click on this reading quiz for 9 and 10, it'll show you it's available on the 19th. And it will stay available till the 27th, but it's due the day after Christmas, because I know people haven't, you're probably busy during that time, but our work still has to go on. And you'll see that we have all this. The roll call attendance doesn't count, but it just pops up as an assignment, just how they do it. So again, you'll see all your assignments are here underneath this one. When you go to the home page, it also will show you weekly what's coming up. You can also view the calendar. If you click on the calendar, and you click on the calendar, it's just taking a while. There it comes. You'll see the assignments here, and you can click on those. It tells you what that is, and when you click on it, it takes you to some different parts for it. And again, it lets you see. Again, let me go back to the calendar very quickly. Or it probably won't be that quick. If you click on the reading quiz, here, that's what I meant to click on instead of the Wintermester. It'll take you to the actual quiz. So that's useful as well. So again, the syllabus tab will show you all that. On the home page, the assignments will pop up here as they come up, but you can also click on the calendar and see what's coming up as well. So again, this is how the course is set up. You have quite a bit of reading to do. We walk through the entire book. I'll be posting a couple other videos at different times for you to watch. I'll try to cover very briefly the chapters. I'm not going to go into detail about them. You don't have time to listen to 20 hours of lecture, 1 hour at a time or more over each of the chapters, so I'll try to condense everything to a much shorter time. But I'm looking forward to a good semester. It's going to be a fast Wintermester, but hopefully we'll be able to cover everything that we need to. And I do welcome you to Humanities. I enjoy teaching humanities, and I hope that you will enjoy learning what it means to be a human.